Nusantara Society has been studying Hinduism and Buddhism through the people of India and China that came to the Nusantara as a result of the NPLS learning directly to India and China. The NPLS returned to Nusantara as a spreading religious event. One, the Brahmin theory. The Brahmins were invited to Nusantara because of the interest of powerful kings in the teachings of the Hindu-Buddhist religion. 2. Vaishya's theory. The Hindu-Buddhist merchant who spread such religion in Nusantara. 3. The land of India and China back then was in civil war. The theory is that Hindu and Buddhist teaching pro-life rights in India and are held as far as Nusantara. These two attracted educated people of the Nusantara to go to India. The Indian Chinese working class come to Nusantara looking for a better life. From there, they gave birth to the spirit of the Buddhist religion that they were taught locally. It means that the Indian nation was actively spreading Buddhism and Hinduism in the Indonesian people at the time. The theory that supports the first opinion is the Brahmins, Knight, and Vaishya. The second opinion is that the Indonesian people actively go to India and study the Hindu teachings of the Buddha and then pass them on to Indonesia. The first Brahmin theory of the inclusion of the Hindu Buddha into Indonesia. The sovereign of king of the Nusantara then invited to Brahmins, priests or scholars to Indonesia. The Brahmins then introduced the Indian culture that came from the Brahmins. This reinforced the Hindu religious teaching that came and was taught by the Brahmins. Only those of the Brahmin class or caste who understand and master the language are superior to the Brahmin theory that the Brahmins are the most well-informed class on the Hindu religion, so that those who are entitled and able to disseminate it. The weakness of the Brahmin theory, according to ancient Hindu rules or teachings in India, assert that a Brahman is forbidden to cross the seas where violated, losing his caste status. The lack of this theory is that there is not written evidence of the coming of Indian Knights. Its drawback was that Kastra Knights could not speak Sanskrit, which became the mother language of the Hindu holy scriptures. It also lacks the facts that prove that Indian Knights conquered the territory of Indonesia by establishing a new government. Benefits based on historical facts. Many of the commercial groups Vaishya engaged in interaction with indigenous communities to conduct trade, using the institution to spread Hinduism and Buddhism in Indonesia. The lack or weakness of the Vaishya theory of the traders who did not master the letters of Pallava and Sanskrit. Since this ability was unique to the Brahmins, drawback was that Kastra Knight could not speak Sanskrit, which became the mother language of the Hindu holy scriptures. It also lacks the facts that prove that Indian Knights conquered the territory of Indonesia by establishing a new government. benefits based on the historical facts. Many of the commercial groups Waisa engaged in interaction with indigenous communities to connect using the system to spread Hinduism and Buddhism in Indonesia. The lack or weakness of the Waisa territory of the traders who did not master the letters of Pallava and Sanskrit. Since this ability was unique to the Brahmins,
His conclusion was that every country has its own Rajbhaks, and his entry of the Hindu Buddha into Indonesia is through trade.
That's all from our group. Sorry if there are mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.